Hey guys, it's Shirley and I'm here with an updated pet play tag for you guys. It's been a whole year, if not more, since my last pet play tag, so a lot has changed over a year. So I'm just going to update that for you guys, give the current answers, and if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down below in the comment section. Question number 1, what pet are you? Currently I'm wearing my wolf ears, and though I'm rarely a wolf, I'm mainly a fox. That's my go-to persona. I'm very feline, rarely canine. I don't really do any canine behavior or traits. I'm feline almost 100% of the time. Question number 2, how long have you known about pet play? How long I've known about pet play was the end of senior year, so that was 5 years ago. So I've known about pet play for 5 years. I've actively been participating in pet play for roughly about a year and 9 months. Question number 3, do you have an owner, master, trainer, or guardian, and if so, what do you call them? Tyler obviously is my partner in this, in BSM and in life, so I do refer to him as babe, baby, even in pet space. Recently I've tried out master. I would say in the pet space it's more of babe, baby, and sometimes, very rarely, master, since it's very new. We're still trying it out, but that's only when I actually do communicate, and that's very rarely. Number 4, are you collared? I have a promise collar. This is the one that me and Tyler both designed together, and the charm has my name on it. This is the farthest we've gone, and because I have a promise ring, we did the promise collar. We will not do anything further than that until obviously the next stage of our relationship. Question number 5, do you have a collar? If so, how many? I believe I have 7 collars. That's a very rough estimate, but I believe I have 7 collars, if I'm not mistaken. Number 6, favorite type of gear. My favorite type of gear has to be ears because how they look. They're probably the first thing that makes me go into instant pet space. The collar is very important to me, but I believe the ears just put me straight in that mood, gets me prepared to go into pet space, and just I find it to be the most aesthetically satisfying part of the whole thing. It just pulls it all together for me. Regardless if you have no other piece of gear, I feel like ears just make the persona for me. Favorite thing about the pet play community. When I first did this video a year ago, I said flat out that I didn't really experience the community and that no one had been negative towards me. Quite a few videos ago, I did a video talking about an issue that I had in the pet play community when I was being targeted with a bunch of other girls. I was not the main target on that problem, but there was like a whole copycat thing going around, how everyone was copying another YouTuber, and that one was kind of a bunch of BS. Thankfully, a few girls were talking about the issue. One specifically mentioned my name, saying that it wasn't fair to be talking about other girls in that manner and being pretty much mean and immature. And that aspect, I was very happy that a lot of people were supportive and defending the fact that yes, we're similar. Nothing about that is copycatting. It was just an issue about being too similar to someone else who had the same exact persona as us and same taste in items. That's like bringing up old issues, but that interaction, I have to say, I was very appreciative. I was happy that we were defending each other, that we were actually sticking up for one another. That was something very positive I experienced. The negative part was the whole immature part where you're telling someone that they're copying another person because, one, they're the same pet, so they have similar gear, they have similar gestures, persona types, like all that stuff. It's just, it was a bunch of BS. There's a lot of negativity going around the community still, where people are saying people are fake, people are just, I don't know. It's not a very close-knit community at all. Next question. Favorite toy? I still do not participate in playing with toys. It's just not my thing. I've tried. I just never really grasped it where it's like a necessity to me. I never really latched onto it. Favorite thing to do as a pet? Last time I answered more of like cuddling and like being all close knit, but I feel like that's a typical relationship thing. That is one of my favorite things about being in a relationship, is definitely cuddling and being very close and snuggle. But adding on to that mainly is the petting. I love with like the petting of my hair, the nice rubbing of my back. It's just the light touches, the caressing. It's so calming. It's very nice to feel very safe, very worry-free, carefree. It's just having that pampering is very nice. Any other accessories, non-gear, that you like using in pet space is wigs. I'm currently not wearing a wig, but wigs are very versatile for me. It makes me feel more like a character. When I pick a different persona, I pick a corresponding wig, and we kind of just work on like that. I have such a variety of wigs that I match up with different colors, with different set pieces. Like, I have a gray wig for my wolf, I have an auburn red wig for my fox, and we use that here and there. And it's been quite a while since I've actually used a wig, but I just kind of like base off my wigs off my set pieces also. So that's something that's not very common in the pet play community, but it's very common with me. One thing you'll never do as a pet. I still believe that I'll never use a litter box, just because it's not very appealing to me when the thought of using a litter box. It's very unnatural to me to do something like that. I would be forcing myself to do something that I don't feel comfortable doing, to be honest. I do say don't knock it till you try it, but that's something I don't feel comfortable actually doing. I don't think I'll ever feel comfortable doing that. Using a food or water bowl still feels very wrong to me. For me to do, I just would not feel comfortable doing it, and I don't want to really put myself in a situation that I do something I don't want to do. So that I don't see myself ever really doing. But I have participated in quite a different array of things since the last video. One thing is participating in treats and stuff like that. I actually use little Scooby snacks because they look like little dog treats for my incentive for my pet space, and that's something that I never thought I would really do, but I really enjoy it. So there's some things that I still want to experiment with, but there's those two things where it's like dishes and a litter box do not seem something that I'd actually participate in. One thing you love most about being a pet. For me, it's this for me, it's the safe feeling. It's the worry-free, carefree attitude of being a pet, because being a pet, you get to be in your leisure, you get to be protected by your owner, by your master, sorry, whatever you call them. You get to be protected, you get a feeling of security. I like being a submissive because I feel safe, because I feel very attached to Tyler in pet space, because I don't know, it also adds a lot of bonding between me and Tyler, because not everyone is okay with the pet play community or BDSM in general. So when you find someone who accepts it, enjoys participating in it, and accepts what you enjoy, and it just makes the bond so much better. It just makes you appreciate that person so much more. And I appreciate Tyler so much for that, because obviously it's not a typical thing. BDSM is a little more typical, and there's different kinks to BDSM. This specific kink is not typical. Though on YouTube you may find millions of people, maybe not millions, thousands of people who enjoy the same kink as you, but in close-knit communities like my city, I have not met one person who enjoys this kink. That's one thing I love most about being a pet, is the fact that I found someone who not only accepts me, but everything about me, and is not afraid to go out of their comfort zone to make me happy. And if I wasn't a pet, I wouldn't have realized that Tyler cared that much. Like, I knew he cared about me, I knew he loved me, but to feel like I've been fully accepted, my little dark secret, my skeleton in the closet was finally out, that I enjoyed this stuff, I wanted to participate in it, and I finally got to do my goal and be open about it, I am beyond grateful. See, this is the second video I've done for Pet Play Tag, and last time I went on a whole spiel about expressing who you are and being true to yourself and being grateful for everything, and I feel like I get in that same ramble every time. There's 2 for 2. It's true, but I don't need to do that spiel again. So that was my Pet Play Tag. I'm glad that I updated a bit. It's very similar because not a whole bunch has changed, but I've definitely been more open-minded, more explorative in the community, in the kink. I'm glad I can tell you guys a little bit more about what's been going on pet play-wise. So, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.